here. And and just check to make sure that we're streaming good. Okay, we're good. We're ready to go on my end.
Everybody else ready?
Oh, let me get my.
I'm about ready.
Let me get my
More or less.
sheet.
I didn't really need to purchase much since, all around the mountain resorts I didn't need to bring much aside from, like, spare clothes and shit.
There we go. Yeah, let me just make sure my inventory is all good. Flask of whiskey. Okay, journal, pocket watch. Sword cane. M1911. There's some other stuff that I have, but yeah. Good to go on my end.
Fabi, how about you?
Hmm?
You all set?
I'm here.
Okay. Alright. So, you all are... Alright, it is currently... Let's go with the day first. It's currently 10... 10:30. It's the 30th of October.
30th of October. So
1920.
10:30 p.m. or a.m.
It is currently, morning.
Okay, so 10:30 a.m. All Hallows Eve, 1930.
1920.
20. Sorry.
You arrive at the, resort. All of you arrive at the resort at your own set time, so... Let's go, who wants to arrive first?
I live locally, so I'd probably arrive relatively early.
Okay. So we'll go with you first.
So I arrive at, let's say, 10 o'clock. Arrive relatively early. Hop out of. I assume I took like a taxi here or something.
Basically they had you go by sled because there's like a good 5 miles where cars can't get through.
So dog sled, great.
Yes.
I take the dog sled here. I pet the puppies and be on my way. What's up, pup? Sorry. Speaking of puppies, I have a dog who's going nuts. Hi. Sorry. I enter.
Character, you deal with dogs. Suddenly dog.
I know. I enter the.
My
resort.
dog's a bucket.
As you enter the resort, you see like a big gathering room. It has like three or four couches in the center, surrounding like with two little coffee tables. Then you got some little light posts like on the side. Got a nice fireplace in the middle. You got some stairs leading up to the balcony. You got some you got some posters like propaganda against prohibition, all that stuff. You got on the table there's some flowers.
Yes, prohibition. Maybe I shouldn't have this flask of whiskey in my inventory.
Hey, what
You'd
they
be
don't...
surprised into how well that was actually enforced.
Yeah, I know. That's the joke.
Hey, if you go upstairs, you can see the beautiful view of the mountain from up top.
Alright, so I'm gonna go up to the front desk.
The front desk, the reception lady's there. She's like, "How may I help you? How long
Yes,
will you
I'm
be staying?"
here. I'm here to get the key to my room. I'll be staying here for a bit.
Name and name, please, and
Uh,
proof of identification, like paperwork.
So I pull out my ID, I assume, and like I pull out the stuff that says I have a room reserved here, and say Ariana or Anne Galehart.
She just goes, looks at her paperwork. It's like, all right, here's your key. Your room is just down the hallway to first on the left.
Thank you very
Your
much.
room is number 102.
I
I
thank
should say
her
number 2.
and head to room 102.
In the room, he has it's typical nice bed, a nice wooden, really fancy wooden table. Is like carving, like nice flower carvings on it. Then you also have a very fancy chair. Looks like it's made out of leather.
Gotcha.
You got a nice window view. You can see out into the forest.
I will unpack and try and start relaxing. It's been a stressful couple of months.
Okay, next it will be who wants to go next?
That's the phrase to go switch to
Maybe me, since I am coming from point, so I probably want to get there fast.
Okay, go ahead, Bobby.
So Leandro appears at rises the sled as the previous guest, and as he walks, he comments in Portuguese on the view and how the sleds are quite interesting compared to this country where it rarely snows outside of the mountains.
Actually, one of the guests actually comes up. Oh, are you Portuguese?
Yes, I am. He speaks in slightly broken English, but still quite understandable.
He's actually Portuguese himself, so he can perfectly understand your Portuguese.
Okay. Yes, why you ask?
Oh, I was just wondering. Me and my family just moved to this country not too long ago ourselves. What are you here for?
Trying to forget the last assignment my job has given me.
Simon.
I was a soldier in the Great War.
Ah, what front did you fight on?
Platoon. Um, I actually don't know that. I'm far about that. I think he would be a scout. He was one of the scouts I was sending first.
Yeah, but they're saying which front were you fighting on?
I actually don't know which fronts Portugal fought on.
Probably the Russian front.
Yeah. Well, I faced up against the Russians. It was quite the torment. But good beverages we stole from them.
Hmm. Well, I don't want to get bother. You seem like a busy man. I'll let you be on your way. I hope you
Have
enjoy
a
your stay here.
Thank you. Have the rest of a good day. Good day.
He walks off and goes back to talking to his wife.
Landro then heads up to the front desk and presents his Portuguese ID as well as his passport and the document of his rented room.
She just carefully looks over it. It's like, okay, sir, you're room number 4. Just down to the hall. Very last room to the right.
Very well.
I should say 104.
Yeah. Thank you. When is there any event happening this today or the following
Well,
days?
tomorrow's Halloween, so we're gonna have a little party tonight in the main entrance area. So if you want to just sit back and relax and just have some drinks, please come into the main area.
Thank you. I will do. He then walks up to his room and just puts away his bags. He keeps his gun concealed under his coat, but leaves his knife on his room. He then walks up to the bar, just orders up a beer.
Okay. Who wants to go next?
That,
Background noise.
Do you
I
want?
go Molotov?
You go. I'll go last.
Go last.
What?
He's
Fine, I'll
okay.
fucking go in, since apparently you're not fun allowed.
Alright, fine, I'll go. I'll be the next one going.
Okay. So Joseph, you arrive at the resort.
I walk in, push the snow off my shoulders, and walk to the receptionist.
Say, hello, sir. What is your name and need your paperwork as proof of registration?
Joseph Wilkins. And I proceeded to hand my papers and everything.
She looks at it. Wait. I don't remember correctly. What race did you have to set your character as? 'Cause I remember you did. We're doing something different.
Black, but for the sake of simplicity, we'll just say that as long as I have money, they don't care what race I am. How about that?
Well, we're just gonna stick with your race, so I know they react appropriately.
Like, man,
Whatever.
how to dirty,
You ain't getting out free.
filthy,
She just looks
insert
at you with a
phrase
shifty
here 'cause
eye,
we're on
like
stream.
triple checks your paperwork like 10 times, and it's like, all right, sir. She just squints at you and just hands you your paperwork. Room number 108. It's at the far back to the left.
I'd like to reiterate.
I grab it and make my leave.
I would like.
Not even gonna say anything to her. I walk to my room, shut the door, unpack everything, and I proceed to write my journal of what's been going on.
I was muted on Discord. I would like to remind everybody that any spouts of racism are just part of the aesthetic of the 1920s.
Yeah, none of us are actual racists. Calm down.
And that's my only warning here.
Right?
So, yes. And also, I was apparently muted when I made a really funny joke, but now the time is gone, so continue.
GG.
Well, as I said, I basically unpacked, grabbed my journal, and continued to write what's been going on the following day. I conclude.
Alright, next is Pivot.
Alright. That.
Pivot, why do you keep muting?
To hear Call of Duty in the background?
But you can't really conveniently hear you.
Just go and push to talk.
No, fuck you.
Okay, I don't know what I do to deserve that.
Great typing. So Pivot is going to be typing his lovely information on what his character is doing. Oh my god, Fabio, please capitalize your character's name. That's going to annoy the shit out of me. That is going to annoy the ever-loving Christ out of me. Proper grammar is important, everybody.
Actually, Pivot, you're actually wrong at that point. Portugal was still part of Germany during World War One, so they would be fighting against the Russians.
Fun facts, everybody.
Wait, we were part of Germany? What?
Yes, you were part of the German Empire at one point before it got taken away.
Germanic.
I know shit about history, so probably.
Apparently.
Okay, you arrived.
Okay, there's a bit of a quiet point. Okay, so Tyler arrives up and goes up to the counter and greets the lady there.
Okay. She says, "Hello, how may I help you? What's your name and paperwork, please?"
Alright. I am Tyler Dixium, and he hands her his paperwork.
She just looks at it, looks over it really quick. It's like, "Okay, sir, room 109 on the right."
Alright, thank you very much. He goes to his room, puts his stuff in the room,
Okay.
and begins exploring around.
Okay. So you're all now. Everybody's in there.
Everybody's checked in.
The day passes by, like mid-afternoon. Everybody wouldn't have noticed there would be a poster on the wall saying, "Party in the main hall. Everybody, please come. Free food and drinks."
Well, you don't have to ask me twice.
Free food and booze? I'm there.
I'm starving. I'm a writer. You think I got a lot of money to my? You think I got a lot of money to spend?
Ex-soldier. I don't give a fuck about what I eat.
Yeah. So.
Party would be a perfect time to de-stress after a case.
Anne would be heading to the party. Trying to relax.
Right. So who's going to the party?
I think we all are.
I'm going.
I'm indifferent.
Going in.
That's everybody. I think now is a good time for physical descriptions, I guess, right? Since we're all in one spot.
Yeah. You all notice each other. So go ahead and describe. Let's start with Death.
Alright, so, Ms. Galehart is a, 29, 30, maybe 30, young woman, with, bright red hair, done up in the classic 20s style updo bun type thing. You know the one. Not hard. She wears a very worn, tattered like long coat type deal with a hat. According to my inventory, it is specifically a detective hat. And underneath it, she wears like a white shirt with a black vest. She either walks with a limp or just likes walking with the cane. She's never with. She's holding a cane, leaning on it slightly, and when she walks around, she does seem to walk with a slight limp. Nothing destroying, but it is one of the quirks of her. And
We'll go down the road. Tyler?
White as well.
Okay.
So Tyler.
My turn, I guess.
Nope, Tyler.
I guess we're gonna go down the line here. So Tyler.
Okay. Tyler is like a pretty big dude. Tall. He has green eyes and short brown hair. He's currently wearing like a winter coat still because he didn't bother taking it off. And he has an empty holster on his side because he left his thing in his room. And he just looks pretty tired. But pretty excited to go to the party to de-stress a bit.
Okay. Next is Joseph.
Okay, Joseph Wilkins, 6'2" tall, African American, brown eyes, black hair, cut short. He's currently wearing a white button up with the sleeves rolled up, dark blue pants, and normal dress shoes. How was that? Pretty much.
Jesus Christ.
Go ahead.
Leandro.
Okay, so Leandro is a average height and average weight individual. He has short black hair shaved on the sides, but slightly large at across the middle of the head. Not a mullet or anything, just slightly larger on the head. He has blue eyes and his skin color is like tan. He's he's slightly muscular, but nothing too imposing. In fact, looks quite. Doesn't look like he can take quite a. Doesn't look like he can take that much of a punishment. As for attire, he is wearing a corduroy, corduroy Norfolk suit with snowshoes on that he neglected to remove once he reached at the resort. On his neck, he's also wearing a sort of pendant thing.
Okay. Is everybody else set for that?
Yeah,
Just a minute,
so
just a minute. Sorry, my mom came into my room.
Anne will.
Hold on. We're
Good.
waiting. Bobo has one a little bit more.
This mention has like a sort of pendant around his neck that doesn't seem that much important, but just kind of sticks out on his clothes.
Okay. So, the party's going on. Not many people are people are typically staying away from Joseph. It's still the 1920s.
He
Anne,
doesn't give a
Anne
shit.
will go up and speak to Joseph.
None of you are racist, so you can easily talk to him without a problem.
Anne's known a couple of nice black guys in her life. So, Anne will go over and say, hello. Nice to, meet you. Name's Anne.
Joseph Wilkins.
Nice to meet you, Joseph. What brings you to
You-
a, quaint, resort in the mountains?
Just getting a little rest and relaxing after work.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a cleaner. Doesn't pay much, but I don't got a lot of options.
Yes. Fair enough. Well, I, hope you're enjoying the party. This, resort is quite quaint. I've stayed here a couple of times since I've moved to the area.
Folks around here seem like I've never seen a black man before.
Well, up high in the mountains like this, you'd be surprised. But I come from I've lived in New York City for a while, so I've seen plenty of your kind.
I'm from New Orleans, born and raised.
New Orleans. Very interesting. At that point, Anne will pull out this little notepad and start writing some things down. If you peek over her shoulder, it looks like a very disjointed sentence. It doesn't seem to have anything to do with you, but there are some themes like New Orleans, janitor, so like keywords, but nothing exactly you.
You a journalist?
No journalist. I am have you ever heard of fuck this when I designed this character, I actually did write like 3 or 4 fake book titles, but I've forgotten literally all of them.
Just make something up.
Yeah, now I have to improv. Have you ever read the Crimson Cockatrice?
Actually, yes.
Well, you are speaking to Ms. Aria Galehart.
Knew your name sounded familiar. Must admit, your book helped me with my keep. Your book helped me do when I had off time during work.
Yes, it's one of my personal favorites. I've gotten many letters from people who've read it who've had experienced extremely vivid nightmares, and That's just a thrill to hear. As a, so yeah. The Crimson Cockatrice would be a horror book, just so you know. For out of character information.
Yeah, the name makes sense.
Uh,
Though if I can be entirely honest, didn't really scare me all that much.
well, just wait till you get a hand on my newest book. Although, I'm having trouble with writer's block. That's kind of why I'm here. You know? There's not many people around here, but this resort's kind of a spot to catch people, you know? And what better way to come up with some horror scenarios than a secluded mountain resort?
There's a recipe for disaster right there.
I don't know. I've got a feeling it would be a interesting book. But I'm rambling. Let's enjoy the party. And Anne will go off and go to the food table with Joseph if he'll come.
I don't see why not.
Just a quick thing. If anybody else like to try to
Yeah, I can do it.
talk to
Is
the other two, go ahead.
yes, I'm trying. Leandro was at the food table just picking up random pieces of food and sticking them in his mouth, not really paying attention to what he's eating, just enjoying having decent food for once. He then sees two people approach. People don't really look like the rest of the people at the inn, one being a Negro and
Oh,
the
so
other
because
being
I'm
a
blind,
detective.
I don't belong to
Calm down,
Jesus
calm
Christ,
down.
people. The slightest mention of the word Negro, and suddenly we've got a court case on our hands here. No,
So
but
as he
you do know.
as he
you.
watches
Fuck
them
you, I'm
approach,
gonna go eat my chicken.
So now I ask
In the
the
word, you get
ultimate
like three
question.
people with like white pointy hats around.
Now I ask the ultimate question: is there actually fried chicken at this food table?
Yes.
Of course there is, because it's a
so
funny
as
joke.
he sees them come close, he just walks up to them and just waves. Yo,
Hello.
Hi.
you two look stand out in this crowd.
Want to try that? You want to try that sentence again?
You two stand out in this crowd.
What, a woman and a black man can't be in a party?
Not saying they can, just saying you stand
I
out.
think he's
That's not a bad thing.
addressing our decorum, so to speak. We're not exactly party goers, you know.
Fair enough, I suppose.
Yeah, pretty much everybody else here is in costume.
Named Leandro
Oh yeah,
Ribeiro. Nice to
Halloween.
meet you guys.
Duh. Halloween.
He just introduces himself and just says, "Nice to meet you."
Nice to meet you, Leandro. Extends, shakes hand, retracts hand, and starts picking out like tiny little finger sandwiches.
Hey, you been into the war?
Not easy to tell.
You just have that sort of air about you. Same air that my father got before he left to go fight in the war. Too bad the war wasn't too kind enough to give him back.
Sorry to hear it. Know a lot of people who did that. Who ended that way. All of them died braver than I am.
Sometimes I think he went out there for my sake. But as one of his only son to go die in some asshole's other country.
Yes. I was planning on writing a story of the war, but I felt it in poor taste.
If you ask me, he called the war that will end our wars, right?
That's
I
what
don't think. I don't think it ended anything. In fact, I think it started something. Call it a hunch. But I get the feeling that war will never end. buddy.
We're basically, like, in concept, we're all fucking time travelers who are going back in time and just pretending that we don't know what the future is.
Yeah, write a book all you want. War is done. That's just people want to remember it anyways. So there's gonna be in textbooks anyway.
No, I mean, like, a story, a fictional story based in the war, but again, it's in poor taste. That draft has long been burnt.
All I'm saying is, it takes one asshole to destroy everything. One and one only.
It takes one to start. It takes 5 million to stop it. So, you two want to drink? I'll play. I'll play because it's free.
I don't drink.
Anne will give a chuckle at that, and well, you also and will pour some punch, pull out a tiny hidden flask from within her vest pocket, and Irish it up a bit, so to speak, and of course offer.
No thanks. I prefer not to.
Thanks. I like my punch with a little bit more kick.
And
He
will
says as he drinks it.
Irish up your punch as well. But that whole prohibition thing, it's all bollocks, isn't it?
Well,
Yeah.
no.
And now I out of character wonder if we should be talking like we're in the 1920s or talking like
Yeah,
normal.
see? We gotta take over this town, see?
Yeah, see?
Oh god.
You give us the goods, see, and we
Would
give you the
rather
girls.
take my own
see?
life than do that.
Please no.
Please don't.
When you speak, just merges into my mind as fucking Skeletor.
Yeah! Oh my god, I try,
So,
I try.
what brought you
all
two up
the
here?
time.
Until you're not here for a party.
And he prays. Sorry. I'm just thinking of that He-Man song. Anyways, where were we? Party. We're at a party.
You just
We just
You just
Irish
asked
up so
why.
much.
You just asked why you two came here in the first place, since you're not here for a party, obviously.
Well, I'm staying at this resort for a bit to refresh.
Mostly Western election after work.
Yeah, sounds more than enough an excuse.
Cleaning up somebody's mess ain't exactly fun.
Try to be the one that makes a mess.
Ain't that the fucking truth?
So, you guys want to do it? So, you guys see anything here that seems fun, or is this just a bunch of geeks in costumes?
Well, it is a, Halloween party.
There is a radio going at the moment.
What's
It's playing some 1920, some nice jazz music.
Ooh, I like jazz.
Can you hear any background noise?
No.
Nope. Okay,
I can.
I raised sensitivity.
Cheers.
I can hear the sound.
Welcome to the game. It's all about the game.
There we go.
And how you play it. Anyways, so what's Tyler doing while we're all carousing around the punch bowl, so to speak?
So I was just gonna be like sitting around, enjoying some food, drinks, and just talking to general other guests.
Tyler, actually.
Yes.
You, one of the radios that you're by actually stops and says, "This is an announcement. 5, criminals have escaped a local asylum." We have no idea about the whereabouts, but they're somewhere in Colorado.
Great.
Ah, shit.
Fucking insane criminals have escaped. Lovely.
Good thing I have my gun.
Well,
We-
with his police instincts, he's just like,
And
God
then,
damn it.
and then it just goes back to playing normal music.
Nah, this is a alert.
Please
Uh,
stop.
This is alert.
I've
We're
got,
after He-Man.
I've got a good like 20s radio. We need that guy from Korra, the radio guy from Korra to do a voiceover.
I know a few minutes later the meter comes back on with the voice guy. He's like, just an update that these criminals are armed and dangerous. We have reports that they have killed at least 20 officers.
Jesus Christ.
5 people, 20 officers. That's a good KD so far.
5 more and they'll get a tactical nuke.
Nah, it's split between 5 of them. So they still all need. They need.
Nah, there's like 4 of them, like the ones carrying like super hard.
No, one's just kill stole all of them.
Yeah.
God, it's the stupidest concept ever. So upon hearing that, like, I assume we can hear that radio too.
It's on the other side where Pivot was. Only he heard it.
Yeah, but there's like 3. There's radios playing in the entire area, right?
Yes, but some of them have like different channels.
Yeah. Well, after getting food, and we'll go back to where the seats are, which is probably at the other side, if I'm imagining this weird ballroom-esque area correctly.
After about another good 20 to 30 minutes, like an hour, someone goes to the phone. They go to try to make a phone call, but they just hear a beep as if the line's dead.
Oh.
Can I look out a window?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna look out a window.
It is currently snowing heavily, so it's kind of hard to see anything.
Well, fuck.
And now...
Why do I feel this is gonna be? Don't I feel this is turning like a Frankenstein movie where the snow is coming and the monster shows up?
well, that has nothing to do with Frankenstein, to be fair.
He's
This
he's
has
half
something to do
dumb.
with the shit that's worse than fucking Frankenstein.
He's half dumb, so excuse his fucking dumb comments.
Oh, was that in character?
Yeah.
I thought that was
Actually, this time all 3 radios switch on. Updates on the people that escaped. The people that have escaped their names are Victor Adams, Dennis Randolph, Herschel Velvey, Scarlett Vigor, and Otis Bagg.
Okay, upon hearing this, I'm gonna write all those names in my journal.
similar.
Pivot, go ahead and roll a check. Can I actually get all your character sheets really like shared?
Yeah.
So that way
Give me a second.
I know
I
exactly.
already sent you mine.
Sorry, I have to fix
I'm gonna have to actually Yazo mine because I actually have mine saved.
I have to.
Just give me a Gaizo version of it, because I couldn't actually find the thing to open it with.
How about you answer it?
Yeah.
How do I do that? And
Do you have Gaizo? Just click the Gaizo button, and just drag and let go. Just drag, fill the box, and let go.
I don't have Yazo. I don't know what that is.
Okay, then just give me a print screen.
I also have to fix my fucking chair. So I'm still here. Yeah, I gave you mine.
Alright, I sent you my skills.
I send it to.
I just sent you my full sheet because I had it.
There you go. Wait, what? No, wrong one. What the fuck?
Yeah, the
Go. That should be good. There we go. Fix my chair. Jesus Christ, this thing's falling the fuck apart.
Okay.
Alright, what'd you want me to roll?
law.
Law?
Mm,
I got a 7 I didn't pass.
okay. So you do not recognize any of those names. Anybody else that has law can also roll.
I do not.
I do not.
I do.
Molotov, you do, so go ahead.
That's not good.
You do not recognize any of those names either. Okay. Let's see.
Well, we
If
don't
anybody
recognize...
has any history rolls, you can go ahead and use that as well.
Oh, I've got a history.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
could
I
go
passed.
for like the minimum 20% history roll if you want me to.
There you go.
I
Okay.
57 over 65. So I passed by 8 points.
You recognize Dennis and Herschel. You know, Dennis is a ex-cop that basically went insane because of one of his investigations went horribly wrong. He got captured, trapped, and locked into a room for a good like couple days. Hold on, just 1 second.
Disconcerting.
Good thing I never go around with a weapon.
It's a good thing I walk around with multiple weapons.
All right, he is he's very well
Trained.
trained with guns, and he's also a schizophrenic.
On.
Lovely.
Herschel is a murdering psychopath killer. He has killed over at least 80 people in his lifetime, and he enjoys the art of killing. He was
Nigga.
sentenced. He was caught in 1917 and sentenced to trial, and they put him in the asylum because of his mental problems. The other ones you don't recognize.
I mentioned that a couple of those names are really dangerous people, and the fact that the phone line is dead is disconcerting. I
You guys know the buddy system, right?
mentioned that I wrote a book like this once, and it didn't end well.
I come by and tell him, there's heavy snow.
Oh.
Let's just do the opposite of what your characters did.
Right.
As you say that, the power goes out.
Why'd you fucking jinx
Fucking
us?
perfect.
Well... Fuck.
So
Alright, everybody stay calm.
everybody's just a little confused, like looking around, wondering what's going on.
Can I roll listening to see if I hear something weird?
Sure, go ahead. Wait, let me go to your skills. Actually, did I get you? Yeah, go ahead, roll this one.
He's got
3.
Okay, you actually hear somewhat like sounds of the footsteps of someone rushing the door. That's also a tick, so add a plus sign to that skill.
Nice.
Oh, and you also hear Tyler in the distance going, God damn it!
Plus sign like plus at one point.
No, just put a plus sign next to it. We're gonna add the points later. Then.
Okay.
Sorry, what was that?
Oh, I told him to add a plus. Just add a plus sign to that skill because that's a tick.
What's that mean?
Okay, so he's hearing the sound from people rushing the door. He says, "Back away from the door and backs to the wall."
You got about 20 seconds before this happens.
Yeah, I'm going to put my hand on my hidden M19 and go away from the door.
The same way, Andrew puts his hand on his gun as well.
I'm gonna wear my pocket, my switchblade in my back pocket just for safety.
Okay. So a man in the door burst open. A man in slick black hair. He looks actually very handsome to any female characters. He's about 6'5". He's wearing looks like a asylum uniform, and he's currently holding a Thompson.
Oof.
Fucking hell. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to. Can I roll sneaking to try and hide away, like hide in a behind the
And
table?
then, as he comes in, a bunch of other four come in, all surrounding the main areas, preventing anybody from running away.
May I?
Can I roll hide?
Yeah, can I still roll sneaking to have been hiding behind the table?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna roll hide behind the, probably behind a couple people, not to be noticed with my gun.
Actually,
Oh,
one of them, Herschel, actually starts shooting with his Springfield at a couple of civilians and killing them, and shouting, "Everybody, get the fuck
Still rolling
down
hide.
right now!"
Jesus Christ! Yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay, rolling hide for
Since I
behind the table
failed
then.
my sneak, I am just going to get down, but keep my hand on my
Fuck, I failed.
I'm going to keep my hand on my gun.
Then
I failed my hide, so I go down
then
as
the
well.
guy with the Thompson comes up. He looks more of like the leader. It's like, "Hello, people. I am Victor Adams. You probably haven't heard of me because I deal with well, how would I say it?
Well,
Cult.
actually, your name was just said on the radio. Bam! That guy's dead.
But you are now this building is now under our careful control. He starts walking around. It's like he tells Dennis. He gives Dennis some medicine, and then tells him go and make sure to confiscate any weapons off the civilians
Shit.
and the workers. And he also sent Churchill along just in case. So they're going about patting down the civilians.
Well,
Is there any chance I can? Is there any chance I can conceal my weapon?
You can try, but they're just gonna pat you down and shit.
Yeah,
So
so there's no point.
they start patting down each person and then telling them to get in the middle by the fireplace. And then they come up to you, Death.
alright, so, can I roll pickpocket to try and hide my pistol on my body?
Yes.
I might as well try. Well, okay, so they take the pistol.
Yes, they take the pistol.
Do they know that? But do they leave me my cane?
They take the king as well because you could use it as a blunt weapon.
Damn it! Well, now they have my sword cane as well.
Damn it.
Can I try and fast talk them to leave me my cane? Otherwise, I won't be able to even get to the center of the room where they want me.
Well, you're dealing with a schizophrenic and a psychopath that likes to kill people.
Can I try?
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah,
If you want.
Yeah! It's 5/50.
Dennis has
And that's
just
a
taken.
tick.
Yeah, that's a tick. Dennis has taken his medicine, so he takes the sword. He tries tugging it. He pulls out the sword. He's like, huh. He gives you the other half. You don't need this bit.
Well, there's the sword gone, but at least I have a cane. Fuck me. Alright.
You can try to poke your eyes out when you get the chance.
Yeah.
They're very careful.
Yeah.
Well, at least I have a cane. So at least I have a blunt weapon. And
Tyler, you're next.
I don't even have anything on me, so... Like, I left my stuff in my room.
Alright, they don't find anything. You send it in the middle. Joseph, you're next.
Fuck.
Once Tyler gets to the middle, I was like, what are we gonna... Any ideas, man? What are we gonna do?
Fuck should I know?
Sit and wait.
Sit and wait.
Wait for an opportunity to arise.
Can I hide
Or
my
just
switchblade?
completely comply with them if they won't try to kill us down the line.
Fuck you, I'm fucking cheese. Can I try and hide my switchblade in my shoe?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I got fucking sneak. How do the fucking skills work, anyways?
Just roll
Roll a
D100.
D100. Anything like below or equal to like your total for that skill is a pass.
Okay, what is your skill for that?
50.
Well,
My
Your sneak
my
is.
sneak is 50.
Okay, you
My
managed to
sneak-
hide it. They just pat you down. They don't say anything. They go on to the next person, which is you, Fabio.
Me. Knowing he has no way to hide the gun, he just holds it up by the base, not even anywhere near the trigger, and just puts it on the floor. So just puts on his handgun on the floor.
Okay, he takes it. They take it, and they move on to the next people. You are now all in the middle. What do?
What?
You got another minute or two before they finish searching all the.
Can you see
people.
any? Can
You
you
can
see?
count roughly about 20 people, 25 people are here.
Can any of you see? If they
5 are
have-
currently dead.
Fucking hell!
Can I roll?
I am going to spot hidden to see if I can find anything that is either out pretty well hidden or see if I can find anything to that's advantageous.
Can I roll psychology to try and figure out how we can work this to a way that's more advantageous to us surviving?
Yes, go ahead.
Both of us?
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright.
Gotta get under it. Come on, damn it. Double damn it.
No. I will give this. Remember that they are giving Dennis a set amount of medicine. So if you can find a way to fuck with that.
Well,
Is there any way I can sneak for the group into the rooms on the back?
Okay, a few minutes pass. Then the Victor comes up. He's like, "All right, attention, everybody. Let me tell you what we're here for. I'm here to sacrifice a good chunk of you, probably all of you, for a ritual I'm performing."
Fucking perfect. Cycles. He whispers, almost just to himself.
damn. Nope.
Tyler just says to himself, I can't catch a fucking break.
Ritual? What? Really? God.
I'm gonna leave. We're gonna leave Otis bags here. And Otis bags, you stay here, and Scarlet, you also stay here. And but before Scarlet said before he sends Scarlet off, she's like starts complaining that she wants to be with her idol, and she wants to witness what he does. But then he starts yelling at her, and she gets depressed, goes into the other room.
What the arguing? Who's the newest person next to me?
It's just a guy in a pumpkin costume.
Okay. Is anyone? What about the? Okay, who else? On my right? Fucking anybody?
Everybody is in the center of the room except for the bad guys.
Okay. Who's I go to fucking Tylo. I whispered to him, I have a fucking switchblade in my shoe. You got an idea of what to do? What?
So there's only one person
Okay,
calling
Cheese.
us right
Otis
now,
is the
right?
one with the medicine, right?
Victor has the medicine currently, but he gave it to Scarlet in order to keep to give it to Herschel to keep Dennis in check.
There's only one person in the same room as us, right?
There's currently two people. Scarlet went into another room currently for a bit, and Otis is currently the only other person guarding, while Herschel is guarding the outside, trying to prevent any escapes.
If someone gets distracted and someone goes up and shanks a dude.
You can also talk to the two psychos that you don't know about.
Yeah, okay, so what can we do to get them?
Did
If we
any
get
of us
close to
see
them-
Scarlet receive the medicine? Like, to keep it just to keep the person who takes the medicine in check? Or no?
You would have to roll a check for that. I would just do a general luck check.
Now I get threes.
You do notice that.
Actually, cheese. Never mind. I didn't.
After about a few minutes, she comes back into the room with a few wounds on her. It looks like she did some self-inflicted injury. There's a punishment of some sort.
Good. If we can just get close to them, we could probably take them down, and then we'd have a Tommy gun and the medicine to.
Victor has the Tommy gun. Dennis is currently watching from afar, and Herschel and not Herschel's outside. Scarlet and Otis are currently standing outside of the furniture while you're all in the middle with the coffee table.
So I was wondering, no, I think that's the two guys watching us now. We're in the other one.
We could kick the table over and use it as cover, theoretically.
I have an idea, maybe.
Just a note, Herschel and Dennis have Springfields, Scarlet and Otis just have pistols.
And it's just Scarlet and Otis in this room with us, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Dennis is in the hallway outside, standby.
Can I try and roll a sneak to go into the rooms to get my gun, to get my knife?
Okay, you would have to try to sneak past Dennis.
Probably not a good idea.
Sure, man.
Remember, talking is an option.
Yeah, if we can get them close, I've got this blunt cane and you've got that switchblade.
Yeah, but then we have other three more to deal with after that.
Yeah, but then we'll have at least pistols. Okay. If I'm gonna call them over, what should I try and talk to them about? I can call them over and beg for the lives. That's a good enough idea to get them close to us.
I say ask about a. I say speak about the wounds maybe.
I'm going to call over Scarlet and say, "Hey, I can help with those cuts. You know."
So like she just looks. She's like, no, this is my punishment for offending Victor.
Really? Because those look pretty bad. I mean, don't you you don't want to accidentally bleed on the ritual or whatever, don't you?
But that's why Victor is keeping me over here.
Would you not be more useful to him if you weren't hurt?
I only follow Victor's orders. She seems completely obsessed with the man.
Mm. Mm.
Can we try and make her jealous?
Maybe you guys should just call Roger, whatever the hell his name is, an asshole.
No.
You know what? That's not the worst idea I've ever heard, but it's still a pretty bad idea.
She'd murder us all.
Yeah, but at least
She wouldn't, because Victor would want us alive for the sacrifice.
she might come up and beat us, which is what we want. We want her close.
Precisely.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
to
gonna
know,
I'm
like,
gonna say, well, you seem to really like that Victor guy, but he seems like a real jackass.
she just looks at you. Don't you talk back to Victor. He gave me permission before we came here. He gave me permission to wound any people that caused me problems.
Oh yeah, hey, come on, come on. I like
She
you
points a
know.
gun and aims at your foot.
I'm going to I'm going to. There's a coffee table, right?
Yes, but Otis just comes up to Scarlett's like, hold on, don't start shooting. We need these people alive. Otis seems like he's not really into the whole murdering people thing.
See, this guy seems a lot more with it. You know, murdering people. It ain't all what it's cracked up to be.
Otis just continues to try to talk down Scarlett while ignoring you.
Okay, so now that they're focused on each other, can we sneak up towards them?
Is it worth the risk?
Just a note, violence is not the best answer here.
Yeah, but we're hammers here. Jeez, you should know this by now.
After he talks Scarlett down, he comes over to you. He's like, hey, I'm not actually one of these guys. I'm just here to get out of prison. I'll help you guys out, but you got not cause a scene, or else they'll kill you all.
Yeah, well, I look him up and down. I was like, yeah, all right, yeah. Well,
Tyler immediately goes up to him. Can you find a way to separate her and the medicine? One of
I
y'all
can.
seem pretty dependent on it.
I mean, Dennis. Basically, what Dennis is, if you don't give him enough medicine, he'll go berserk. If you give him too much, he just becomes really chill and happy, drowsy.
can you try and get him to take too much?
I say make him take too little.
You want him to go
If he
berserk?
goes,
He's
if
got a
he goes,
Tommy gun, man. I want
yeah,
to.
but that means the other ones are going to try and stop him to keep us
Could
alive.
try getting him a drink with the medicine, with too much of the medicine in it.
That's a good idea.
Like hand him like a
Does he like to drink like alcohol?
Well, you guys got a couple hours before he needs to take his medicine again. I'll let you guys try to figure that out and talk to you once
All right, thanks.
near the time.
Thanks, Otis.
So, like, if you guys can get me out of this situation, I'll be greatly happy. I don't want any part of this crap.
Yeah,
Give me a gun.
neither do we, obviously.
But you gotta make sure that it does not get me in harm's way, or else I won't do it.
All right. All right. So let's
Also,
think
he
about
also
this.
leaves you like a little note.
God, what's the note say?
You owe me 10 grand.
Mm, mm.
This guy is
I'll
actually a
give you
Jew.
20 if you get out of here alive.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Come on
He's
now.
literally, he's actually Jewish.
Yeah, it's the... I...
I'll give him 20 for each of us if you get out of here alive.
Alright, let's think about this.
I clean. I clean. I don't have that kind of money.
That's not... That doesn't matter right now. Let's...
We'll figure out the money later.
Or never if we die here, so let's think about this.
Okay, there's 4 guys. They're all fucking armed to the teeth. One of them is insane. One of them's a yandere.
We won't be... What? What?
Fuck is a yandere?
Out of character. Those are out of character. Those are out of character.
Anyways, let's think about the... We won't win in a straight up fight. That's obvious. So let's think about... Tyler had a good plan. Getting that medicine into that guy's hands and making him take enough of it to either calm him down or too little of it to make him attack his own men. But that will... I like the idea of calming him down more. That way we don't have a chance of getting shot at.
True.
So let's think about let's work backwards. The goal is to get him to have the medicine. Let's figure out how, and then we can work on a plan. So
We need to get it out of her. We need to get it out of her hands first. How can
no.
we do that?
Let's work backwards here. Let's have a full plan and work backwards. So, end point. We need him to take the medicine. How do we get him to take the medicine?
One of us could. We need to go know what triggers him to get to want the medicine or need it the most. That kind of thing. Oh God.
Let's see. Trap to him and he's supposed to take it every few hours.
Yeah, so...
Could get Otis to grind up a bit of it to,
If it needs to be taken by, like, drinking it with something, then dissolving some of it in a liquid that he's given is the...
yeah, like crushing it up, mixing with, like, a liquid.
I have a skill in pharmacy. Can I try and figure out what kind of medicine he's taking?
Chief? Okay.
What was the answer?
He said yes.
Nope.
How about one of us pretends he needs the medicine?
So...
Like one of us pretends he has the same kind of symptoms and such needs the medicine to calm down?
Nah, that's not gonna... That's not gonna work. Let's go with the plan of... If we knew how he took his medicine, we'd be able to work this. Like we saw the medicine, right? It looked like a pill bottle.
Yeah.
All right, so it's pills. We know that. So the crushing it up plan seems to be the best plan we have so far. Which is still not the best plan, annoyingly.
After about like 15 minutes, Victor comes back in and performs a quick ritual, and you just see the bodies of the people that were killed, like just get like it looks like their life force has got life force has got absorbed into him, and and he just looks like more buff, and he's starting like he has like a radiant.
What the fuck?
What the fuck is this? It's yes in Portuguese. What a shock.
That is some brutal bullshit right there.
What the fuck?
Does he speak in some sort of language like Latin or something?
Go death roll Cthulhu mythos.
Sure.
Because if he's speaking Latin, if he's speaking Latin,
I have to
I
get
speak
I have to
Portuguese.
get under 3 on this cheese, so it's gonna be very rare that roll.
Can I
actually
roll a
works.
cult to recognize like anything
Oh, I also have a
related to?
cult.
You can go ahead and
Yeah.
roll an occult to try to see what.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll that.
The
as
thing
well.
is, if he's speaking Latin, some of the words in Latin
I
are
pass.
are in
He
Portuguese.
passes, I
So
fails.
Alright, Tyler, you could actually determine that you actually know this guy. This guy is Victor Adams. He is very dangerous man. He's very charismatic. He is a cult. He's a cultist of some weird ass cult you don't really know about too much. But you can tell that he's definitely the leader here, and he definitely looks way. You look, he can actually take a hit. It's like you actually should see some bullet holes on his arms, and he doesn't look phased by it at
Jesus
all.
Christ.
Tyler just puts his hand on his head. Cults again.
What do you mean
This
again?
is the precise reason why I came here because of the previous job.
Go to the resort down the mountain, she said. It'll be nice and relaxing. It'll clear your head, she said. Jesus. Mary and
Can you just
Joseph.
stop complaining?
Come
I
to
came
the
back from
resort,
war
my
to
friend
this.
said.
If I
It'll be
survive,
fine. Has nothing to do with police work at all, he said.
I, s- I swear if I survive this, I'm going to clean Bobby's clock.
Right. Let's continue working backwards here.
Anyway,
So crushing them
after a
up.
miniature rant, Tyler relays what he knows about Victor to pretty much the 3 people he's been talking to this entire time.
The 3 people who aren't in costume and look like the most the ones
Who's
who
been
had
trying
weapons on them.
and have been trying to think of a plan with him.
Yeah. So Jesus, cult leaders, of course.
You don't.
So
Just
basically,
don't forget there are other civilians here that can possibly help or hinder you.
Yeah. So
Hey,
can I
Hey,
can I
Annie.
just listen to see if any of them are talking about something that might be useful?
They're all talking. It seems like they're talking about, like, a lot of them are talking about trying to escape. Others are trying to figure out how to survive. Talking about, or like, some are just terrified, cowering.
They could try talking to some of the people that are talking about escaping.
see if they have any good plans on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's shuffle over and try and get in on the discussions of escape.
So one guy was talking about how he was thinking about, like, possibly throwing a chair out the window, and they all mad rush, but then other people are arguing that that's suicide. A lot of us are gonna die.
There's
But he
I mentioned that it's a heavy ass storm outside. You wouldn't last 10 minutes out there in the snow.
We're next to the fireplace, right?
There's the snow on top of that, and there's a person posted out front, and the 2 people in the same room with handguns.
But his thinking is, if we all rush out, he can't get us all.
Yeah, but
It'll
the
get
weather
most of
can.
us. Plus, he has a Tommy gun. He's gonna take at least
Also,
take down
if
half
you
of
look
us.
out, if you look outside the window, it seems like the snow has died down to where just a light flutter.
Hmm. They can't get us all. You're right. Hmm.
We're next to the fireplace. Can I? Is there anything in the fireplace I can use as a makeshift weapon?
Uh, Not really. They pretty much took away anything that could possibly count as a weapon.
God damn it.
Let's.
There's a bit, like, a few shards of glass from a broken glass table. That's about it.
Yeah.
Let's consider. Let's run with this escape theory. So we get outside, then what? We're 5 miles out uphill from the nearest civilization.
They must have gotten here
and they'll
somehow.
probably start chasing us.
They must have gotten here somehow. If we can get their vehicle,
Currently, you can actually see outside. Her, uh, Herschel is currently riding on the dog sleds,
god damn it.
so he'll be easily able to catch up to you.
Escape's out of the question. It's not gonna work. I mentioned that to the other civilians.
Reasoning is out of the question as well.
Yeah, the girl is freaking obsessed with that the leader guy. So
Again, is it possible that we can make her jealous? Like, make her violent against the other members? Somehow.
shoot, that was weird. Oh,
You
my
could
s-
also, there's also you could try to persuade her to convince him that what he's doing is wrong. If you do that, there's nothing wrong against that for her.
Thing is, she's completely obsessed with him. Anything we say that's against what he's doing is not going to work on her. Unless one of us convinces her she's going to be sacrificed as well.
yeah, that's probably the smartest. That's actually that might work.
Then again, she cut herself for him.
Yeah, but that's worth a shot. If you
Might
want
as
to do
well.
it, go ahead.
Not like we have a
I
lot
don't
of
have any
options.
negotiation things. So.
I've got pretty decent fast talk debate.
I have 30 fast talk, so
Um, I've got okay debate, and I've got really good persuade. I've got 70 persuade.
go for it.
All right, so because I'm kind of tired because I just got home from work, I don't actually have the capability to articulate what I want to say properly. So I am going to say that I'm going to try and persuade her that no matter what she does, he will never love her and that she's just being used and will be sacrificed like the rest of us. Boom!
Damn. Okay.
That should work.
She sits there like with a blank stare for a good like minute.
And that
And
is
then
that's a tick, right? That's what that.
He has a
Like,
tick.
Yeah.
is it under 10? That's
Under 10 is tick.
and that means that at the end of the session they go up or something.
Yeah.
I roll a d10 to see what
Okay,
how much.
cool. I've got a couple of ticks already. All right, so sorry. Recap because I was writing the word tick on my screen. She stares for a minute and then thinks
She
about it.
stares blankly for a minute and then she just starts clawing at her head. She tosses the medicine to Otis, and she just like starts clawing at her head and like not understanding what just happened in her head.
I whispered to Tyler and Joseph, grab her now.
Before you could
She's
do
a-
that, she immediately runs outside and then she gets shot in the head by her Harshal.
Oh, that's one down.
Well, that's one down. Yeah, that's
Did
one.
she drop a gun?
And
Oh wait,
Herschel,
that's one down, and the other one has the medicine now.
Yeah, the good one does. But now the guy who shot her, now Herschel's gonna come in.
Herschel comes back in and just says, "Hey Otis, what happened with her?" Otis just basically explains she had a mental breakdown to him, and like Herschel's like, "Oh my fucking god!" He just shoots pops with like 2 or 3 civilians.
Eey.
You get roll sanity checks, everybody.
Is that one
Would
behind?
I
is that-
be,
how does one roll?
Yes, because you're watching someone just blatantly murder someone in front of you.
I've come
Okay.
from war. I've seen that 5 million times. Do I have to roll? How
I
does
do-
roll sanity?
You're mentally unstable, so yes.
I
Yeah,
deal with
let's
dead
see.
bodies every day.
Yes, but you're not
Shit.
actually witnessing it.
Does it have to be less in our sanity?
Yeah.
It has to be less than your sanity score, yeah.
Okay, I passed.
Uh,
Barely
everybody
failed.
has failed. Roll a d6,
I
d4 for
passed.
d6 for sanity loss. Just say, yeah.
Damn.
Oops. Reroll that.
You got it anyways.
Damn.
Herschel just shouts, "If any of you get any more ideas about escaping, that's what's gonna happen to you." And he just walks out the door. He walks to the front entrance. It's just, and you just keep an eye on everything.
So is he watching us or no?
Yes,
Well, who has the medicine now?
Otis.
Otis,
The one who's
the
he's
one
the one
who's
who
on
needs to
our
take it.
side, has the
Okay.
medicine. So,
Okay, so it's up to him now, pretty much.
well, yeah. So that worked.
If he can,
That
if he
that
can
So what
drug.
is
I like to
so
pause.
what is
everything.
everybody's reactions to people just being blatantly shot to death in front of
My
him?
guy's just shaking his head, smacking his hand on the side a little bit to calm down.
Drinking, pulling out the flask and just straight drinking it, and shaking slightly.
Tyler's just gonna be starting blankly and cursing under his breath.
Joseph is gonna look at the bars and think to himself, "Interesting."
Right. So now, okay. So once the drink starts to set in, and the blood gets a bit calmed. Right. So Otis has the medicine now, which is good in a way. Now we just need to think of a way to deal with Herschel there.
If he can drug the other one, it'll be all of us against that one dude. No matter how tough he is, I'm pretty sure this
There's
many people can
currently
just do
only
something.
about 10 to 15 people left. I
Hey,
should
what?
say 15 people
16
left.
people with a Tommy gun. I think we have something.
Hey, what happened to the pistol she had, anyways?
Well, it was on her body,
Herschel
so
has it.
Where's Herschel?
He is currently standing at the doorway.
Uh,
He's wielding a Springfield rifle, so he's very dangerous.
Yes.
you give me the cue if my ammo does something, right?
So
Okay, so let's
rushing
see.
him is going to get at least one of us killed. There's no.
Don't forget, if you make any commotion, Dennis will immediately come in and start shooting.
Yeah. So making a commotion is not how we want to do
I,
this.
s- I say we should wait until the other one takes the medicine again. Just lay low.
Will that be too late though?
If he starts moving, it's just for the three of them. Plus the other one that's like insane. One of us, if I stay next to the other, I may be able to grapple him and just take his Tommy gun.
Remember, the one that has the Tommy gun is Victor. The other ones have Springfielders. It's sledgehammer gun.
And Victor was the one who did the weird magic-y bullshit.
The evil sacrifice.
Okay.
Oh, I should have had you roll a sanity check for that actually. Think about it.
Yeah.
Well, too bad. Too late.
I can roll if you want.
No.
Yeah, just
No.
go roll it, please.
Fuck.
Still pass.
I hate you. Hey, I actually passed this time.
Anybody that failed has to roll a D10.
I hate you, Fabio. Oh.
God damn it, Bob!
Sorry.
This is the kind of game where you don't want to remind the GM that he has to make rolls. Because
Not the one to
every
remind
roll
him.
could get us killed.
Okay, think.
The biggest problem here is Herschel.
Victor comes back in after another few minutes. Like, what happened to Scarlet? Oh, she kind of went crazy and ran out, so I shot her. It's like, whatever. I didn't really care about her that much anyway. She's not necessary for the plan.
Called it.
As long as we have enough set, don't kill too many more, Herschel, please. This like maximum. We need at least 5.
Which one needs the medicine again?
Victor.
Otis.
Dennis.
Otis, okay.
No, Otis
Oh,
has the
I thought I meant-
medicine.
No, who needs
I
it?
thought I was
Who needs
asking
it?
about the medicine carrier.
No, Otis
Well,
has
who
the
needs
medicine
it?
right now. Victor needs it.
No, Dennis needs it.
Dennis needs it.
He's the
Okay,
one in
so
the
there's
hallway.
okay, so there's still 3 more people to deal with.
4.
One of them's on our side.
This claims that he's on our side.
Remember, from what you understand, he's very greedy.
Yeah, but life means you can be greedy for longer. And no matter what, we can shoot him once we get a gun anyways.
Okay.
So, what are the other civilians talking about right now?
They're all terrified as hell now. Like all the people that were thinking about shit are now just straight up terrified because of what Herschel did.
Natural reaction.
Yeah. Let us consider a 5-minute break.
Okay.
This is tough.
Yeah, so
They're
God
Take
damn it,
5.
Fabio.
let's take a little break because I need to cool off.
I honestly was not mentally prepared for an instant hostage situation.
I was expecting like mysterious goings ons.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting fucking hostage situation here.
I knew none of you would guess it.
I was expecting.
Just suddenly,
I was expecting
beep,
Stephen.
beep, y'all are hostages now, motherfucker.
I was expecting Stephen King, not Payday. My god.
Not fucking Counter-Strike, where the hostages are the counter-terrorists.
I'm gonna pick up the shards of glass that were broken around and just stuff them in my pocket.
Break, so we can do that.
Right, Fabio. We're on a 5-minute
Yeah,
break.
I'm just thinking what I'm gonna do.
5-minute break,
I'm gonna get a drink.
and I need to get something to eat. I haven't eaten shit
We've
for a
been-
while.
We've been playing for an hour and a half now, so 5-minute break seems fair considering the length of these sessions. I'm actually going to stop the stream just to make a clear page break here, and then restart it in a couple of minutes.